Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Emily Pearl Show live from Memphis, Tennessee, where we talk about anything we want to talk about. All right. So, what's the word, Thunderbirds? We're not gonna wait too long to find out. Let me bring in the heartbeat of the South, my son Tim Harrington. Hey Tim, how's it going?
Hey, Mom, how's everybody doing?
Ooh man, I tell you, these days are getting long. They
Yeah,
they, they put that time up, and the days are longer.
yeah,
Cause
yeah,
I'm like, okay, so like I got up like 5 this morning, and around 12 o'clock, it felt like it was 4 o'clock.
yeah,
I looked at the clock. I said 12.
yeah,
That feels like 4
yeah.
p.m. to me.
Uh-huh.
So anywho, I'll deal with what the hand that I'm dealt. That's all
I
I
know
can
that's
say.
right.
What's going on with you?
I've been glued. I've been so happy since our guy won Trump.
Ah,
New,
politics.
new
Hi,
commander,
Sandra.
new commander in chief. Hey, Sandra.
Yeah.
It appears that lightning does strike twice.
Well, I told them that anyway. I had told them that in 2015 that it's going to win 16. But I didn't really talk about it too much this time, simply because I didn't want people arguing with me.
Yeah,
Because I don't have time to argue with people that don't have an open mind, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely.
They don't believe you know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
And I could have told them that it was going to be a Red Sea,
yeah.
but I said no. I'm gonna cool it.
I got a lady friend right now that she mad at me because I was with Trump
See,
and we
that's the
won.
reason why I don't want to be. I see. That's the reason why I didn't talk to people about that, cause they
Yeah,
don't want to be there. Want they lose friendship with you. They
yeah,
will hate you.
yeah,
Just because they hate him. Look, I will tell you something. Um, it is what it is,
yeah.
and the people have spoken.
Oh yeah, not
Anytime you have a landslide
yeah,
like that,
yeah.
everybody just can't be wrong.
Now people spoke very loudly, uh,
Yeah,
very loud.
from
Yeah,
all walks of life.
uh-huh. All
Um,
demographics, the whole nine.
but I told you, I kept telling you, I said people ain't gonna forget how
Yeah,
Trump put that money in their pocketbook
yeah,
when we was going through COVID.
yeah,
Every single state, county, city, and town.
yeah. I mean,
Everybody got blessed. He made
yeah,
sure that
yeah,
everybody was fed, that everybody could pay their rent or their mortgage and their car note for transportation and buy gas, pay their insurance, and clothes and to keep living.
yeah. When we needed him, he was there for us. So he needed us, and we were
We were there
able
for
to be there
him.
for him.
It's like they said, been saying for 2,000 years, what goes around comes around.
Oh yeah,
It just does.
yeah.
Yeah. You send that hate around, it's coming back to you. If you
Mm-hmm.
send that
Mm-hmm.
love out, pour that love out, it's coming back to you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So anyway, so what's been going on lately on the political side? Cause
Well,
I just took me a couple of days vacation after the win.
it's a lot going on. Trump is in the process of selecting his cabinet and whatnot.
But I did hear that he selected Susie,
He
his
did.
campaign manager. And she's a senior citizen. Bless her heart,
Yeah,
smart lady.
she is his chief of staff.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I did hear that.
Yeah, he already making some moves behind the scene.
Hmm.
One being with New York. He called the governor today and told him to cut that food stamp card or that SNAP card off. They will no longer be getting it.
New York.
Yes,
Why ain't cutting off the food stamp?
illegal immigrants.
Oh, the illegal immigrants.
Yes,
Gotcha. I
yes.
gotcha. All right then.
Uh-huh.
See? Uh huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I mean, we've got citizens American citizens that need food stamps and can't even get them,
Yeah.
if it just because they might be 1 cent or 5 cent over the limit or
Right.
whatever the scale is,
Right.
and that just doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It has to be some. It has to be some um, wiggling room in there where if a person is, just $100 over, so what? It's that's not much.
Right.
Let them have some food stamps, but so that what they need to do is just get that level raised. The the base levels raised about 500 to $800 more than what it is. So say if the limit is 1,500 for a household of one person, they need to raise it to 2,000 or at least 2,500.
Right.
And because people need some help with this higher grosses.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Like I say, he's already starting to help us. He's not waiting on day one. By the time he gets to day one, the only thing that I've heard that he's doing effective immediately on day one is the mass uh,
Deportation.
deportation.
Hmm.
Um, Knowing him, it may start before that
Yeah, it could.
because a lot of people have been waiting on this type of leadership,
Yeah.
and all they need is the word from him,
Hmm.
and they're with the program.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So how is the house vote going? I understand that they were still waiting.
we are 193 to 211. Republicans are at 211. The last time I checked was about 2 hours ago.
And they need 213, right?
218.
218?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a long way to go.
That's what I've been saying.
Ah,
Yeah,
dog, that's a climb there.
yeah, yeah,
Oh well,
yeah.
but it was a bit miraculous. A lot of
Absolutely.
I watched Morgan Pierce show. I did watch that
Yeah,
after the win. He had two Democrats on and two Republican guests, and boy, them Democrats was arguing and back and forth with the Republican guests,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you
They got to
know,
eat that crow now. You got to eat
yeah,
that crow.
yeah, they're saying, well, I'm not saying that, but they had a but to put behind every comment they said.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like, okay, y'all just really stressing y'allself
yeah
out.
yeah because they had nothing to go on. It wasn't sexist or racist or anything. It was complete unity
Yeah, I mean,
across the
so
board.
why
Complete
stress
unity.
out over something you got no control over?
Absolutely.
Just because you don't like the man, you know. But like they
Yeah.
say, don't shoot the messenger.
Uh,
He just carrying the message, right?
but it was humiliating. It was a humiliation.
Hmm.
Um, they claim they don't know how they lost, but we,
I know they don't know.
yeah,
I could have told them if they had listened to somebody that what you're doing is going to cause you to lose. But like I say, I just stayed my comments off of social media platforms because
yeah. I don't know how they could ever come back behind from that loss. That was a devastating loss. And then, like I
oh,
said,
it'll take them 5 to 10 years to regroup.
yeah, if not more, because she had no blue wall. The blue wall turned red.
Turn red. When he was seven of them, he won six, right?
I believe you're right.
Hmm.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And they can't figure that out for the life of them.
right.
But yeah, they things happen for reasons that
Yeah.
are beyond the uh, the elitist mind.
Yeah.
See, when you're in a aristocracy or an elite environment, lifestyle, um, circles, y'all don't know what's going on in the real world, and
No.
that was the whole problem.
Yeah.
They don't. They had no clue All they had was speaking points, talking points, television points about we understand we understand what if people are going through. Um, but this has been done, and this is being done. No, they didn't understand. They wasn't trying to understand.
We, yeah, they wasn't trying to understand. They heard us, but they didn't hear us.
Like I said, it was just talking points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Their administration was so wicked, I believe, to where they couldn't get it together no matter how they tried it.
You know,
We
you
were,
heard of www dot, right?
yeah,
They were wicked, wrong,
yeah.
and what was the other one? See, wicked, wrong, and God, I just had it. I
It'll
forgot it.
come back to you.
Yeah, they were www. That's what I call them. They were
www.
www. They were see. It was
Yeah,
wicked, wrong, and something else. I forgot the other W, but it was three
yeah.
W's. It's
You
three
know,
W words. They were www.
yeah. We were able to see so far behind the curtain. We were able to pull the whole curtain back
Hmm.
because we could see right through their lives this go round. I don't think I've ever saw an election, or how should I put this? I haven't seen an election that worse in my lifetime,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I've never seen it that sloppy.
No, well, I can really say that I haven't either because before Trump, I never really paid that much attention to the elections. I would vote for who I wanted to vote for,
Right,
but I wouldn't follow politics. You see what I'm saying?
right.
Um, I really didn't get into politics as deep as I am until Trump announced that he was going to run.
Yeah.
Then I knew. Then I knew I had to know what's going on.
Yeah, and
It,
it was different this go around. My voting was totally different. However, I have been going with the status quo because this is the
mm,
way we were brought up to vote
mm,
Democrat.
mm.
And that lingered on for years. But everybody is so awake now, now that we have the technology to where, they can't pull the same stunts and do the same things they used to could do
Mhm.
because we didn't have but 3 or 4 channels of news, and whatever they told us is what we went with.
Exactly.
Yes, no more
Exactly.
that time.
Exactly. So anyway, I'm happy because I know a change is coming.
Yes,
Who's that? Sam Cooke. I
yes,
know a change gonna come.
yeah.
Oh yes it
Long
is.
time coming.
Ah,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah, and I know we know that he is for the people, and
Oh,
we
yeah,
believe what he says because he already showed us he was for the people.
yeah,
Cause
yeah,
people were sick, dying, going through COVID, couldn't go out, cooped up in the house, didn't have
yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah,
Some said, no, folks got to have money so they can buy food and clothing, rent, and
yeah.
somewhere to live. Give to everybody.
Right.
I told you them people wasn't gonna remember. I wasn't gonna forget that, didn't
No, I knew it.
I?
I mean,
And
I
see,
knew it.
that's what the Democrats forgot about. They weren't even thinking about that. They knew that the $3 trillion. They knew the facts that the $3 trillion that he spent in 21 and 22 came to the people. They knew that,
Yeah,
but they flipped it and tried to make it sound like he was wasting money. And so people that really know the truth, that made people angry
yeah,
because and they what you saying is well he wasted money on the people so if he spent money on the people we ain't worth nothing.
yeah. I mean, not only that, they tried to use the legal system as a weapon towards him too.
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at this man,
Hmm.
and he was just trying to stand for righteous
I
because,
told
like,
I tell you people even if they didn't like him didn't I tell you they were gonna go for the underdog.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, he's that type of guy. You ain't gotta like him, but you gotta respect him.
You gotta respect him and you got to look at the man's strength at what he
Yeah,
done been through
yeah,
and
yeah,
how
yeah,
how he kept on pushing.
Yeah,
He kept on pushing.
yeah. So now all of those opposing crimes that they claim he commit, they go away.
Mhm. Mhm.
They're
Mhm.
gone.
Mhm. Yep.
Uh, so he won in so many ways,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and that being one because, like somebody said a while back, this guy's a billionaire. He ain't
Mm.
doing it for the money. He
Mm-mm.
already had his money.
Well, when he was the president, he didn't even take a salary.
Yeah,
The
he did.
president's
He
salary is
didn't.
$400,000 a year. That's what the president makes. They might be even
Hmm.
raised it since many years ago. But I would say when Obama was in, it was like 400,000 a year. I
Yeah.
mean, it might be half a million, like 500,000 by now. But he didn't take a penny of it.
No.
He didn't take a
No.
penny of it.
I mean,
So that's why I kept saying you can't prosecute the president when you ain't even paying him. How you gonna prosecute somebody you ain't paying?
yeah, yeah. He wasn't on the payroll. He,
He
he,
wasn't
he
on the
definitely wasn't.
payroll.
And
So you can't accuse him of doing nothing as no president because you wasn't paying him no president's salary. That
yeah,
was
I
my
mean,
argument in the beginning.
what? How can a man, let alone a billionaire, endure what this man was enduring?
Exactly, and that's what I said. That's when I really got interested in politics because I said something is seriously wrong
Yeah,
with this country and this world. If Donald Trump gonna leave $1 billion entertainment field and run for president, something is
yeah,
wrong. I got to see what's going on. That's when I really got deep into politics.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Um, uh, I mean, they were so out of touch. It wasn't like the people weren't trying to tell them what was wrong. They just weren't listening.
They
We
wasn't
hear
listening to
you.
nobody.
Everything is okay.
They rather believe the lies of Ned and Tayu than to believe the voices of the people.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
that was the whole problem.
Yeah, yeah. In some places, butter is $7 for butter. It
Mhm.
ain't never been that high. We
Mm-mm.
can't. They
Mm-mm.
had to go.
Mhm.
They had
Mhm.
to go. And I
Mhm.
think that they. Well, my whole thing is this: they can't pull the things, and you can't tell us what we don't see. What you doing and what you saying don't match up.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know.
Mhm.
So each go around is harder and harder. If you're not that authentic person that you say you are, you're gonna be exposed.
Mhm.
You're gonna be
Mhm.
exposed.
Well, my granddad always say, "What goes on in the dark will come out in the light one day."
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
granddad had a lot of funny sayings. I never forgot none of them.
Yeah.
But they were true sayings,
Right.
true, and
Well, you
that applies to anybody and everything. What goes on in the dark gonna come out in the light someday.
let me put you in on something. What was the girl name in New York? The black lady, Letitia. Is that her name? That was
Letitia James.
Letitia James. Donald Trump lawyer just sent her a message.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what
He
did it say?
told her he wished. He said we wish you would even try.
Uh huh.
We're not playing with you.
Uh
We will have your fat ass locked up. Excuse my French. That's exactly what he said. My mouth dropped. Everybody's mouth dropped. I know this. Yeah. And he meant that.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
heavy there.
Yeah. 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 And he meant that. You could tell he meant that. It would be a her because the statement that she made wasn't even necessary.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
wasn't necessary.
Mhm.
You know, you
Yeah,
might.
I saw her little speech. So
Yeah.
I congratulate Mr. Trump. She didn't mean that. She shouldn't
No.
have said it.
No. No. We didn't count on this, but however, we're prepared.
Don't even say it, cause you don't mean it. That shows you're a liar right there. Get up
Yeah.
and say, but I congratulate. Look, no, you
Contradicting
don't.
yourself.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah.
Don't say it if you don't mean it. And that's
Hmm.
a problem. with the government system and his um, um, law enforcement systems.
Yeah,
They don't say what they mean and they don't mean what they say.
yeah,
But Trump means what he say and he'll say what he mean.
yeah.
They don't like what he say and he might not say it the way they want it to come out of his mouth.
Right.
But whichever way it comes out of his mouth, he mean what he say.
Yeah, he mean what he say. He mean that. And he don't forget what he say.
No, he not see now. No, not ever. And Donald Trump is a person like this. And I've never been in a personal conversation with him. But in my observatory of him, he is a person to me that's just like me. I'm not going to say anything behind your back about you that I cannot say to you to your face.
Yeah,
But see,
yeah,
Democrats are backstabbers.
yeah.
And
And
you
you can
got some
tell.
Don't get me wrong, you got some Republicans that are too. But Donald Trump is not a backstabber. Whatever he got to say about you behind your back, he gonna tell you to your face.
Yeah, you rarely ever find somebody, let alone a billionaire, is that humble.
Yeah.
And he teaches his children the same thing.
Do you see Byron though? Byron about
Six,
7'5"
he's
7.
6'9". He's six
I knew he
nine.
about 7 feet. So I was like, Byron. Byron is the tallest thing on the stage.
And that's who handled Trump's social media.
I
He did
know.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that told me about. He told him about the guy you mentioned, Joe Trogan.
Uh-huh.
I had never heard of him before until you mentioned it,
Yeah.
and then I come to find out Trump said it too. He told me Byron told me about this guy named Joe Trogan. I was like, who is that? He said, Dad, he's hot.
That's 17 million viewers. Yeah.
Yeah, so Byron hooked him up, and
Yeah.
there it
Yeah.
was.
And this guy can hold a conversation with anybody
Mhm.
from
Well,
all.
Joe Trogan was probably like me. I can hold a conversation with anybody.
But
I
you
can
know
hold
what?
a talk with Don. I could hold a conversation with Donald. If Donald wanted to talk to me, I'd talk to him just like I
But,
talk on my show.
but you know what Joe Rogan said
What?
after they had did it and after he had won the election?
Mm,
He said the guy they had a 3 hour long interview,
mm,
but it was a total of 6 hours.
mm.
He said the
Wow.
guy. He said the guy never went to the restroom or nothing. And he said, "I ain't never
he, he probably had
He said, he said,
on the nappy like me.
he said, I don't understand it. The guy won't drink water. All he drink is Diet Cokes. And he wouldn't go to the bathroom for 6 hours.
Somebody had a nappy on like me. I
Man,
tell
ain't
you,
no
when I
telling.
go out, I don't go out without my nappy.
But that ain't something that you hear any interviewer say. It, it just shocked him to death that he had never seen nothing like
Oh,
that before.
Trump can talk, man. He's a
Yeah,
conversationalist. He
yeah, he,
loves to talk. You know that.
yeah, he can talk. And
Hmm.
he say he gonna get all his war stuff straightened out. Uh, a lot of the stuff, they said that Biden them two up 85 uh, deals that Trump them had signed in his first 100 days.
Oh yeah, they did. Hmm.
So he won't even have to do an executive order.
Just put them back in place.
Yeah, I'm talking about even if we win the House and just go straight through, right? We got the Senate,
Hmm.
and so the House is next.
Yeah, but you got some. Yeah, but you got Republicans in the House too.
They
So
don't have the majority, they'll do it.
no, they don't have the majority, but you got Republicans in the House too. So um, I see what you're saying. You're saying that the House could hang it up by like 3 or 4 votes or
Yeah,
something.
because the vice president has the final vote, right? The
I
top vote.
don't think that's gonna happen, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because they know that Donna gonna know whoever it was that voted no.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be there long.
Nah, nah, they running so scared now.
No,
They
I think they're gonna be yes, 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 yes.
yeah,
Because they will be identified. I mean, it's public knowledge because we can see it
Yeah.
on the screen when they hold the sessions.
Well,
We
you
can see it
know,
on the screen, so we'll know exactly who voted no.
right.
So I don't think they want that pressure.
Well, did you hear about the arranged assassination attempt that the Iran put on him?
I don't believe that. I believe that they came straight out of Washington and they just told a lie on Iran.
Is that what it was?
They paid somebody to lie. That's all.
Okay.
That's all it was.
So they said they got three of the guys, and one of them is,
And now three of them got paid. They got paid to lie. It came straight out of Washington. I don't believe
mm,
that about Iran because Iran is not looking for no war. Iran won't would prefer to have Trump because Trump was the one that did the Abraham Accord with the Arabs,
look,
which means that they had a whole lot of they had sanctions on them, true enough, but the relations and the relationships between the Arab nation and Trump got along. They
yeah,
respected each other.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, and yeah, because Trump ain't the guy that you want on your bad side, and he's not an unreasonable man.
no, you're not an unreasonable man. That's Netanyahu with his mess.
Uh huh.
I sent Donald a message this morning on Twitter.
Okay, okay. What you,
I
what, you-
did.
what you said?
I told him. I said we did it. I said, and because I've been getting messages and emails and texts from him and his office and his team for ever since 2015. But
Yeah.
I told him, I said, look, we did it. But you need to drop Netanyahu. You need to stop him and drop him. I said, because I say he running the reputation of the United States. That means he'll be ruining your reputation. I say, because he's gone mad, and those people need some food and medicine. I sure
You know
did.
what? You know, I was always, brother. You can act the fool until you really meet a fool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that part.
I told Donald, you need to stop him and drop him.
He
I said,
already
oh yeah, I told him, I said, I know he's your friend, but you need to stop him and drop him.
we called him that night to congratulate him.
He was the first one. You know why?
Hmm.
Because he never did so much wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
when Donald said he gonna get settle the chaos in the
yeah.
Middle East, he didn't know what he meant by that.
No, he don't.
He didn't know what he meant. He
He
didn't know
just,
whether he meant whether he gonna be on his side or against him. He didn't
yeah,
know.
he's trying to fill him out, but he can't.
Mm-mm.
He can't.
But I told Donald, look, I know he's your friend, but you need to drop him and stop him. Because
Well,
he's ruined the reputation of the United States, and we need it back, and he'll ruin your reputation.
well, here's the thing. That's the difference between a businessman and a politician.
Hmm.
He's a businessman. He
Yeah,
has no problem severing ties, and it
yeah,
ain't personal. It's business.
it's business. That's right.
So that's the difference between him and a
Hmm.
politician.
Now, I heard this old commentator, Democrat commentator, political analyst. He was right on everything he said about Netanyahu. I agree with him on that. When talking about the war in the Middle East and Gaza and Lebanon and all that. Even he said the Iranians wasn't trying to start no war over here and mess with nobody over here. But what I didn't agree on, that's how I found out I could tell he was a Democrat. He
I'm sorry.
he claimed that there's been no president since Eisenhower that understood the three things about being a president. Number one, finance. Number two, the military. And then number three, how the military operates.
Okay.
Military operations. And I said to myself, now, that's what Trump wants y'all to think, that he don't know. We know he know finance.
Mm-hmm.
But he
Mm-hmm.
was saying they don't have all. And nobody has said all three except Eisenhower. Well, I don't agree with that because I a kid when Eisenhower was president. I think that was years I was born, probably like 2 or 3 years old, so I don't know that much about politics. But
Right.
I know it was still segregation going on. So, hey, Eisenhower wasn't that great in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, but so we know Trump know finance. We know he know the military because he the one built the military up. That's what
Yeah.
he had already said that in all his rallies he's gonna build the military back up. So that lets me know he knows something about military. He's always supported the military. His generals turned against him simply because Democrats made the generals turn against him because they were digging for information. Them generals wanted to keep
Them
their
five.
job. Them generals wanted to keep their job, so you know they had to play the game. So
Well, you
they
know,
were
I can't remember which one it is, but he fired him.
Kelly, Kelly, General Kelly. That's the one that snitched on
Yeah.
the Democrats. I don't believe that he said exactly what they say he said. I just believe they took what he said out of context and made it say what they wanted it to say. And I don't know if he's gonna try to probably explain
Well,
himself to Donald or not.
well, now you know the thing about it is, Trump said he was a bad guy. He didn't do his job, so I fired him. He said that's what I do.
Oh
He
yeah,
said,
well that's a disgruntled employee.
right, right. So, so he was saying he was like Biden them ain't fired nobody. Why is
Well, he
that?
right. He right. He right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's why I say I know he's not afraid to sever ties, and that's the reason why I got my little message in, my little tweet in this morning. I say, I know that's your friend, but you need to drop him and stop him. Stop him and then drop him. I think I had stop first and then drop. But that's what he needs to do to Netanyahu. Because Netanyahu is trying to pull the United States into a worldwide the WW3 war. And Russia already done told the United States for the past 2 months that they will not allow Iran to fall. Russia has signed a military and defense agreement with Iran 2 months ago.
Right.
And also China and all of the BRICS. Then they went ahead and created the BRICS organization, and all of them are against the West, and all of them stand with Iran. Iran is a member of the BRICS organization. So that's why I told Donald,
Well,
look, then tell you ain't about nothing because he gone mad.
yeah, 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 definitely. Um, wouldn't you just hate to be on Trump's bad side? I would hate to be one of them guys on his
You
bad
don't
side.
need to be on Trump's bad side. Nope. Don't need to be on his bad side. And
It's a lot of them too. I ain't know that many. It's a lot of them.
lot of them, lot of them, lot of
Lot
them.
of
And I'll tell you something else about Donald Trump. I believe that if you his friend, he is a true friend to you.
Yeah, I've heard people say that.
Depending,
Hmm.
unless you get to something. Whereas, my terminology for it is that's where we cut ties. If somebody, you might be my friend, but if something you do or say or show me uh, something that is against my integrity, against what I stand for, what I believe,
Yeah,
and uh, I got to cut ties with you. And I
yeah,
believe he's that kind of friend until you cause him to cut ties with you.
yeah. Rosie O'Donnell was speaking on his behalf about a favor that he had did for her a long time ago.
Mm,
She had a some shows to do, and she had nowhere to do them. She couldn't get no place, and she called him and asked him for a favor, and
mm,
he allowed her to do all of her shows inside of his hotels. You know what I
That's
mean? But I've
nice.
heard this is not the first story. I've heard several stories like this about this guy. You know what I
I
mean?
believe it. I believe it.
And each one seems to amaze me a little bit more and a little bit more. How
Mm,
is this guy this humble and a billionaire? You just don't see that
yeah.
in this day and time. You really don't.
Well, a lot of people did their research right along with you, apparently,
Yeah,
because it was a landslide.
yeah, yeah. It was yeah, that was something awful. That was
When
awful.
I
Yeah,
say, oh, United States, don't worry, because Democrats' army got drowned in the Red Sea.
yeah,
They got
they
drowned in
did.
the Red Sea. Just
They
like
did.
Pharaoh's army. They got
They have
drowned.
never lost so bad. I think they said all the way back to the 1800s or something like that
Yeah, 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 yeah.
since the defeat has been done.
Well, I'm glad that people have finally woke up and got
Yeah,
interested in politics because I told y'all, politics is the mother for you, but it can
yeah.
also be fun too.
But he also made it simple for the people that weren't able to stay on track of it. He just asked yourself this simple question: are you out better now than you were for 4 years
and
ago?
and everybody could answer that.
And everybody can answer that. Simple, nothing
So you right.
complicated at all.
So you right. Well, let's take a little break. When we
All right,
come back, I think we'll wrap it up because we've been on 37 minutes, and I think that's pretty good, don't you?
let's do it.
All right, then let's come back and let's go to commercial break. And when we come back, we wrap it up, and then we're gonna take a short one too.
Okay.
Dad, it's time. It's time! It's time! Woo!
Bruh, this what we're going in for right now. This garden glue.
Bruh, it's time.
It's time!
Our friends from Chef Flavors. All right, Tim. What's your closing remarks for the peoples?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Uh, just excited. I'm excited about what's to come, and finally help is on the way. How long? Not long.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I ended with that note.
I like that too. I like that too. Yeah. So it was a long time coming,
Yeah, long 4 years.
but it's finally here.
Finally here.
I know why. Yeah, because the struggle was so hard
Yeah,
that those 4 years feel like 8 years.
feel like 8 years.
Feel like 8 years, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
yeah,
That's the reason why people. I'm pretty sure everybody felt like me.
yeah,
Uh, that's why they turned down in such big numbers, because dang, this 4 years seemed like 8 years.
yeah.
Seemed like a lifetime.
Yeah, the math wasn't mathing up. The harder people were working, the less they still were having.
Less we were having. Less money, no money in your pocket left.
Yeah.
Having to eat meals that you would normally eat.
Mm-hmm.
Having to eat grits every morning for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Can't afford eggs or bacon,
Nah.
you
Mm-hmm.
know. Or oatmeal every morning for breakfast. Oatmeal
Yeah.
even went up high. And I
Yeah.
and I don't even eat oatmeal, but
But they
even
know children do.
but even my grits went up high. Shoot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Everybody's favorite thing went up high.
yeah, so you had to change your whole menu.
The whole menu.
Had to eat it whether you liked it or not.
Yeah.
Whether you got tired of it or not, you still had to eat it. Just because you had to pay their utility bills. They went up.
Yeah.
Sky had rocketed high. You had to buy gas. It went up.
It went up.
And then people that pay rent and mortgage, they went up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was blessed in that category and didn't have to struggle through that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank God for that. But
So,
but the rent and car insurance, you don't even want to talk about that.
nah, nah.
Man, a car insurance is like a mortgage note. Just to insure your car, and every state got a law that you gotta have it. So
Yeah.
people had to, they had to
Went
change,
up.
had to change the menu for
Yeah.
for food.
Yeah.
Had to eat less food. So
Mm-hmm.
it was pitiful, but so everybody feels a lot better.
Yeah.
Uh, and you know, I just don't understand why the opposite party is so upset. I don't understand why they really thought that they were doing a good job. I don't understand why they really thought that they were in touch with us, the people. But I do
Well,
understand it because they live in a celebrity fantasy world.
yeah, it doesn't affect them.
Doesn't affect them at all.
Mhm.
And so, and they're able to take care of their family members, so it didn't affect their family.
Right.
Whereas, we couldn't even help out our family member
Hmm.
because we didn't have hardly had it, didn't have nothing left for ourselves.
No, that's right.
You know, so I'll say this, and that's what I'm in show tonight because I really don't feel like going through the pearls, all my pearls prologue. I'm not
Mhm.
in prologue and prologue, it's afterlog, whatever. I'll say this: they got what they deserve, and they deserve what they got.
I agree.
And that's what we in the net on tonight. All right. Y'all, we love you. All right.
Nice.
Good night, everybody.